question is, do I look taller? I can't say taller. Do I look higher? I've put pillows on this chair to rise myself. Otherwise, I'd probably be up to here. Something like that. You can only see the top of my head. See, the way the camera is, it pops up. I can't tilt it. I can't do anything with it. So I bought a pillow yesterday. Thought that would help, but kept me down. So I decided to put the remaining three. Yes, I have three pillows on my bed. Two. Greetings, Greg. Yeah, the two. What's going on is just that I got two pillows I'm sitting on. I got another one right here, and I folded up so I can lean back and it's comfortable. Actually, it's kind of comfortable. Actually, last night I was uncomfortable, and it wasn't really helping. This one's actually got me to rise up a little bit farther. Greg, how was it down there where you are? Was it hotter today, or it got up to the 70s here for a bit? And to tell you the truth, I love it. Nice and cool out in the 70s. Low 70s, high 60s. I love that weather. Too bad I can't stay all the time, because we know that humidity will be coming back. It's not really the heat than anything; it's the humidity, because that's what makes you feel dragged down and everything. Especially at the parks. Yeah, well, I don't have that kind of executive money to get an executive chair. It's not a bad chair. It's really not a bad chair. It's just that up until a month ago, I never live streamed every night. I never had to do that. Years ago, I used to sit here with a headphone with a mic and talk to people. It was a big thing a few years ago. Things have changed since then. Yeah, I think that's my phones. I've got my phones juiced up. I was going to look at my phone to see the temperature, but right now they're over being juiced up right now. So otherwise, I would have had one. I was thinking about doing that tonight. The thing is, I got to hook up everything to get the phone cords over here. But it's about 10 minutes ago before. So I was watching some things on YouTube. I wasn't going to do that. I was watching this thing called Walt's Final Dream, and it was the construction of Disney World. There was the first. This was the second one. The first video was about the construction of Disneyland. Of course, it was a little bit longer. They went into more detail on that because everything that was done over Disneyland was brought over here. Of course, we know everything is bigger because of it. You want to see something in the mail today? I posted this on Disney Worlders. I got this book today. Hidden History of Disney World. It's paperback. I haven't really been through it a couple times. I haven't looked at it. There's a lot of pictures here. I'm trying to think. Oh, I got the Orange Bird. Like the first prince of the Orange Bird. Was he down there? I was in Ollie's today, and I seen the novelization of Star Trek: The Motion Picture I haven't seen since I was a kid. I was like, why in the world did they re-release that book into stores nowadays? I was like, I know because it was the 40th anniversary. I was like, I was surprised. Oh, look at this. This is Michael Eisner, and this is the Hollywood Studios. Making, of course, Roger Rabbit. I was never a fan of Roger Rabbit. He was all right in the cartoon, but as a character at Disney, I was like, no. Put him, let Disney, let him go to play with Bugs Bunny instead. I mean, Bugs Bunny was in the movie. That was like, I'm not gonna lie, I love that movie. I love seeing all the characters together. My favorite scene is, of course, Mickey and Bugs Bunny across from each other, coming down in parachutes. Thank you very much, Greg. Bump. No, I know. I know you bump yours up probably same. Yeah, I understood what you said. So if I was looking at one of these again, okay, I'm higher tonight because normally you would see this, that bald spot in the back, but I'm up here now. See this bald spot? When I was 19, That was the size of a quarter. And of course, over the years, is thank God I still have hair here. Because I was thinking about another 10 years, I might look like Roy Disney, bald on the top, hair on the sides. It is what it is, and I can't control that, and it's not gonna kill me. Oh, I hate when I see people that spray hair, or dyeing their hair. Went to there was a sportscaster back when I'm still in Connecticut. Warner Wolf had been down here for a couple of years. Wanted to see my other brother's family. They God, it was a while back. So one night we're all watching TV, and I'm watching Warner Wolf, and you could tell, you just could see his hair was painted. I started laughing. I was like, what is he trying to do? Let your hair go gray. I don't understand this. You have to be a certain age on TV. Oh wow, he's got white hair. I mean, Walter Cronkite was on TV for years. Even when Kennedy was assassinated, he looked like, I mean, I'd never seen a color, but it looked like he had gray hair back then. Question is, how old is your cousin? And how are you? Are you balding too? Admit it. It's nothing to be, don't feel disgraced or anything. Yeah, vanity, exactly. If you are, you are. Big deal, who cares? Look at this. This is supposed to be an attempt of World Showcase at Epcot. Of course, they didn't go with that design, but that's weird looking. Don't mind me. I'm just looking at some of these pictures. Yeah, you said let's have a topic to talk about. Give me a second, since I was going to look it up on my phones, but I figured let me open a window. I got a window open to. Oh, before I say anything, one of the topics on there was a cell phone. Did you have trouble? See, I don't know if you have AT&T. Plus, I also heard Verizon. Thing is, I have Spectrum. So, since both me and my brother had Spectrum, we could actually call each other while everybody else was having their problems. Because Carol she said she tried to contact me and she couldn't because she went to automatically the answering machine. So I called hers, and we got I had T-Mobile. They said I owed them $4,000, which even if it got to 1,000, they would cut the phone off. But I was like, yeah, I don't think so. Goodbye. So I went almost a whole year without a new phone. I told people, if it's not working, use the Facebook phone, because that's another way Carol contacted me, is Facebook phone. Facebook has a phone. And when you go into the DM, or I call the PM because it's personal messaging, not direct messaging. You go in there, there's like one of the little signs at the top is a phone. Click on the phone, and it automatically, calls that person who you're chatting with. It makes a weird sound. It's very low. I'm not gonna lie, it's low. You have to go, huh. But Verizon mess with you too? Like, say you owe them money? Is that why? God, we used to have Verizon years ago. We had the Verizon TV, but they became Frontier, and they just became idiots. We were told by Verizon there was going to be a transition to transitioning over from one company to another, so they said don't pay the bill. So we didn't pay the bill. Frontier shut it off. Shut it off. My mother got on the phone with them because there was phones of hers. I tried to, and they just blew off it up, and we're like, oh, well, we'll go somewhere else. F you. This kind of middle finger. Yes, this is the clean way to do the middle finger type of thing. Well, Jay Cameron, hey. Jay Cameron's here. That is my mod over at. I didn't, I didn't even think about to tell you to come here. I never thought you should hang with us more often, dude. We've been out for a month. I didn't, even think about posting my live stream to my toy group. I don't think that many people would show up, but we did sometimes talk about Transformers. That's only because we have nothing else to do. It's just both of us talking. So, um, the Scousel, yeah, the two fingers. And you know what that is? You know what that is? They say it's because in most countries it's disrespectful to point to somebody, right? And so they decided to go with this. But Walt used to hold the cigarettes like that. And if you notice most pictures, it's if you might see Walt with his two fingers like that. They digitally took out the cigarettes. I guess they were embarrassed because their creator smoked. Like they didn't smoke back then. Spirit, hi Spirit, how are you? Yeah, look at there. Look at who's on the TV. Who's that? Spirit. Yeah. He's just looking at he doesn't care. I'm sitting here. He's just looking at me like, oh, yeah. I think the political people who get political on this not this site, but the political people get political in this business. We're so scared that, oh my God, he smoked. Of course, I wish I could go back in time and tell him don't smoke. Could you, but when you change history, just think what happened. What would happen at Disney World? It would be totally different. Yes, it says this is Dan. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, dude, come by more often. You're allowed here. I mean, well, here's I said you don't have to be special members. Nobody has to be a member of anything. Plus, anyways, you're a member of Disney World anyways. But still, if I do if I ever do one for toys, I would have to get a new channel. I would have to make a whole different channel for that. But I don't know if I'm going to do that right now because I'm not the type to sit there and transform things on a camera. I you should see me transform something nowadays. It's like fuck. I'm sorry. uh, yeah, we got to get more people in here. It's just I'm so busy during the day. Well, my mother this is Saturday. We take my mother from the rehab center where she is, and we took her out most of the day. Come home, do different things, and I just don't get a chance to. I don't think of these things the last minute. In fact, I contacted my friend Stacy about next time I can, when she's available. The next time she's available, probably in March. I keep saying it because the 2M months. You can't watch Transformers? Is that because of Paramount? I wouldn't care about. It's up to you if you want to watch that because the politics in it aren't the same. Meaning, keep your politics out of a cartoon. Let's see. The link. Officially watch if you have time. You posted something today. You posted. I went there. I glanced at it for a couple seconds, and I had to get going to do this. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not watching the new cartoon. I'm just not into it. I don't believe Megatron should be a good guy. Megatron should always be the leader of the Decepticons. I hate when they put it in the hands of somebody else. It's like, what are you doing? You guys might be able to still see me, but I'm right now on another screen. Let me just see. I got a message from somebody. I'm just taking a look. No, it was not a regular message. It's more like a since I get Well, I'm the admin. I get the somebody posted something or somebody reported something, so I usually get that. That's a good question. She goes to me this morning when we were breakfast. She the first thing she says to me, "What do you mean I'm whining? What do you mean I'm whining?" I said, "You could have had called me last night after you got off and say that." And she says, "No, I wanted to wait to tell you face to face." I said, "My brother." So I decided not to say anything, but my brother was sitting next to her and he starts going off on her. Ah, oh God, it's just everybody. If somebody comes in and not know us and see that, they would think I'm being. Why are you being mean to that woman? The thing is, we know each other in real life, and we're always playing with each other. That's how we play. But the people nowadays, you can't play with people like that. And you get to other people, don't play with people like that. These morons back here will, you know, make you look evil. Spirit's back on the floor. He does this every night when I come in. Let me see. I'm trying to move up a little bit because I want to look. Yeah, I got my fat good against the. Even though I've lost over 60 pounds, I still consider I still got a gut, I still got a stomach, and I still got love handles. I fit the size of 30 pants. Explain that. Oh, being at the right price at the right time was in Walmart, and I was pushing my mother around, so I was over at the men's clothes, and for the longest time I love the cargo pants because I love the pockets because that's where I can put my phones. People says, "Well, you like banging," and it's like, what am I supposed to do with my phone if I don't have the cargo pants? Where? How do I carry it? Right? Because that's why things are big nowadays because of that. Um, let's see, Carol. I have no idea when she's going to come on. She's not doing it. She asked me why I was coming on so early, so I don't think she's going to be here any early today. I just said people want me on earlier, and plus I'm getting tired. Right now, I feel great. Plus, I've said this: if there was a bunch of people here around 10 o'clock at night, I'm up because everybody's chatting. And she says, "Well, how come I don't read her chats?" It's just I don't happen to see them all the time. Greg, you know that. You don't. I don't see everyone. Uh, what was I saying? Because I'm not going to answer that thing about bend over. I didn't say anything about bend over. Um, let's see. I might just do that. Is to because I have another group called the Transforum. Greg, you remember my original group, the Transform, that was over on the old message boards? That's history now. I think whoever was in charge of making the boards at the time took him down. That's gone. I went back one day to take a look, and it was gone. They took it down. It had been sitting there by itself for years. I tried to take some stuff and bring from over there to over here. It would have to have been the Star Wars stuff, and I would transfer from my old message board to my Facebook. Yeah, so the cargo pants. I could only find two colors: black, beige, black, beige, black, beige, black. And I was getting pissed off because I was going online. I figured, let me buy some online. But how do you? Problem is, different companies have different size pants. So I've got Levi's, perfect. But you go to another make, and you try them on, and you try them on in the fitting rooms there. They'll fit, but they fit kind of tight. Where the other ones are just perfect. It's just that's why I never decided to go buy online. All of a sudden, this guy's standing in front of the what do you call it? Dressing rooms. He's pricing, and I'm looking at the pants. He thought I was looking at the shirt. I was like, I couldn't care less. I was looking at the pants. So he says, "Hold on a second. Well, I'm marking it down." He says, "Really?" He says, "It was $25." I says, "How much?" He looked it up. It's going to be $11. I says, "No." And they were size medium. I was like, I don't know if this is going to fit. Let me go try it on and see what it's a navy blue. That was the thing of it. It's navy blue. It's a different color. Went over and poof, it fit. I was like, perfect. Now, a couple of months ago, I got a gray pair. So I actually have 4 colors now, thank God. Second, third. It was either black, beige, black, beige. You can get tired of that after a while. I even looked in stores. I looked in stores. Yeah, I can only trust Levi's. I stopped wearing jeans, denim jeans, because, woof. I wore them since Connecticut, and I wore them for the first 10 years I was here. Was it 10 years? 2000, yeah, close to it. I'd say maybe 10 years. And when I weaned from that, because everybody says, denim is hot. And what I remember is when I would start wearing the regular pants that I got now, how light my legs felt, how comfortable I felt. It was the breeze would come up. I was like, oh my God, this feels good. I've not gone back to jeans, and I will never go back to jeans. So, I did put Chip Company up. Let me come up with, because we did talk about the phone situation. Let me go somewhere. Let me see, where am I? Dear News Cross. Now, I am looking at this. You guys probably, I'm very sure you can see if you guys can see, let me know. Let me know what you guys see, because I don't have my other phones. Do you see me, or can you see the site app just that I'm looking at right now? It's supposed to be Chip and Company. You probably can just see my face, I'm assuming. But if this works, like, if you say you can actually see the site I'm on right now, I'll be one happy MFer. Jay, join us. Say something. Anything you want. Let's talk about something you want. Greg. I'm only saying that just because I asked a question. I don't know if you heard me. All right, as I said, I'm going back to the other page. Tell me if you can see me. Do you see me talking, or do you see me, or do you see the page itself? Wait. Oh, okay. Well, I don't play Transformer video games. Okay, I'm going to the next page. It's called Chip and Company. It's a new site. Let me know what you see. I'm going to say something, and just, okay. Do you see me now? Oh, I am looking at Ronald Reagan at the podium in front of Spaceship Earth. Can you see me, or do you not see me, or what do you see? Oh, so Jeannie, hi, girl. Okay, you can see me. Okay, if that had posted what I thought I was going to post, I would have been like, yes, I can actually show people things, but I can't do that. She goes, I big eyeball you. I big eyeball, and I can't talk. I big eyeball you too. Thank you too very much for letting me know, because we got to bounce stuff off of each other. I just don't know how to switch it so you guys can see this. There's got to be I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look into YouTube. Usually, if you go to YouTube, you probably can find a lot of things how to work. Do you need me to post link? Actually, Greg did that a few minutes ago, but thank you anyway. Eventually, I'll be needing to do this almost every night around 7. I don't know if everybody's gonna be here. So what I'm going to say is, whoever's here first, just do it if you can. Because if I post something from here, it's, I don't know how it's gonna. Maybe if I open it up, let me see something. I can't. Well, I don't know what will happen if I push another Cisco live. So I'm not going to even try that. So yeah, because you guys have the control from the outside, I have the control from the inside. And give me 1 second. And with my control from the inside, I'm only giving like out stuff. The only other person who could see this stuff that I'm putting up would be Jordan, since he's got access to here too. So, oh, let's talk about some. If I can find some Disney news. I don't like talking about food. Food. When I see people doing the food reviews, I'm like, why are you doing the food review? I don't even trust them, the chefs, when I hear what they think about food, because I'm like, well, you guys like that, so like, what's this? Sign remove starring Rose. Okay, it's a new place over in God, this thing looks like it's based after Cars Land. If you go over to Muppet Land, they got a new place called Hydraulics. It's more like a gift shop, not gift shop. What am I saying? Food. It sells snacks. It kind of looks like it's more themed to Cars than it would be the Muppets. I've always said that back area where the Muppets are now, the whole entire from Star Tours over should all be Star Wars related. Bring the Star Wars every night this happens to me. Every night. Well, you're talking about Unicron. Why are you talking about Unicron? Why I'm talking about Disney? Plus, I didn't like the Unicron trilogy because it was a dumb story. Unicron I like. It's just make it G1-ish, I see Juno. If we ever see him come back, I want to see him have to do with more G1 than I see that. Yeah, the launch bay. Star Wars launch bay should be over where the Muppets are now. Retheme that whole back area, and expand it. Make Galaxy's Edge big. I mean, your Disney World. Make it big. Why in the world do we have to actually say, let's put Encanto here? I mean, it's not. They didn't announce anything, but I can imagine them saying like something like that. I'm like, why would you put an Encanto land or a lot of Encanto like village in between two Star Wars attractions? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I can imagine. I said I can imagine them doing it. I also can imagine Walt thinking like me and say, hey, we're gonna have to do something because I'd like to make this all Star Wars over here. And somebody got on my case once because I wanted to put. I'm thinking it might have been Carol. I'm not sure, but if it was, we were at IHOP, because I was saying that whole entire area should be Star Wars and get rid of Kylo Ren and bring back Darth Vader. When people think Star Wars, I mean a lot of people, not your Disney people. I'm talking a lot of people. Think Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, not Kylo Ren. Man, I'm gonna beat you up. He took a lightsaber like a baby and started hitting. I was like, get him out of here. Oi. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, we have 4 people. Hello, 4th person. So far there's 3. 2 are here, but I bet you they're ninja watching right now because I have nothing to say. Or I do have other, as I said, I do have other Facebook groups where they're in my group I have my toy. It's called it's all about the toys. That's the name of my toy group over on Facebook. Of course, you got Disney Worlders, which is this, and its sister group, which you're also allowed to speak about on this. It's called the Dark Side of History. Used to be called the Back Side of History, but after a while, I was like, I'm going to change that. Kylo was a crybaby, and he sure did. Uncle Luke almost killed me. I don't like the way they handle that. Luke would come in and killed him. I don't think so. Luke wanted his father back because he could feel the good in him. Why would he want? To me, Kylo Ren wasn't that evil. I mean, did he go around killing younglings? I mean that Anakin had to be the most evil MFer I had ever seen. He killed children. Boy, when I was in theater, when I seen that, I was like, what? He's actually going to kill those kids? When I seen how small they were, I was like, oh my God. How in the world? Whew. Oh, you're in the Transform right now? Yeah, that's my other group. I'm still in charge of. I've got other people acting as admins while I'm on my Disney World group a ton. I have my second big channel besides this is about my hometown in Connecticut. And I got 2 women that are in charge of that. Even though they get mad at me because I don't show up from time to time, but when I do, I get hit from them. It's like, oh, what is it with you 2? Stop it. Let's see. You think you're on the Transform. Hey, guess what I found online? There's a place called Walt Disney Worlders. I was like, they just added Walt to it. They're not Disney Worlders. They're called Walt Disney Worlders. And I was like, what? And I noticed some people too, I don't even know, are using most of my stuff and other, like good morning, basic, welcome to Magic Kingdom Mondays. They actually took that, put that in other places, and I started laughing. I says, "Wow, that looks very familiar." They never said anything back. Yes, it is. I wasn't a big fan of the prequels, right? But after a while, seeing the new ones, the prequels are like, I'm more on the prequel thing now. It's just that so-called 70 and 9. Get rid of it. I mean, how could you not have anybody? You can ask any fan out there. What could we do? All I had to do is get the fans together. You don't know what to do. Stop keeping everything a secret. They're not open. They're not open to anybody or anything. Yeah, I gotta show you something. Just realized I got these 2 within the last week. Now Greg, I just showed you this one. This I got today in the mail. And I found this other one last week over at Target. Even though it's a little golden books, I don't care. A book about Figment, I don't care. I got it. Only thing I seem to collect are maybe some Disney pins, vinyl figures. I got a couple. I do got a small figure of Figment, but it doesn't. It's like a little plastic statue. Ginny, look at this Dreamfinder. That's at the end of the book. Yeah, the Figment books are exclusive because Target is working with Disney. You get those little Disney sections and parts of Target in the toy section. Yeah, look at this one. Yeah, Figment in a spacesuit. Don't know why they took. Nobody knows why they took Dreamfinder away. I'm gonna eventually read this book. I actually have another book. I found that in Ollie's, believe it or not. It was about one of the Imagineers, Marty Sklar. I've got to read that. He's in there talking about some other things I was reading once, and I was like, oh my God. I mean, to me, it's interesting. He was one of the Imagineers, and he was there when Walt was there. Too ritzy bitsy, Genie. Is that why you would not go back? They seem to. I remember I worked for them for like 9 years. You have to have a college education to be a department manager. I was a department manager in many stores. I didn't need a college education. I just worked there. I picked up on everything, and let's see. Greg, what are you talking about? What the F? My favorite store is and will always be Walmart. But I've noticed this in every store I've gone to. Greg, just pertains to you too, because Jeannie is not a collector. Every time I go in, it's the same damn Transformers. It's either that new cartoon show, the one on Paramount, it's the Beast Wars stuff, which every freaking movie that's come out, you get these stuff that rot on the shelves for months and nobody picks up. And they never mark down for clearance. I'll tell you right now, most of that stuff will mark down for clearance. I'd pick them up only because they're cheaper. Otherwise, I don't care for them. I mean, they can sell it now, right now. I know if they're marked down to like $5, 20, I'll grab it. I don't care. Well, Jeannie, I mean, maybe sure if you walk by the Tobert Center where you do see Transformer stuff. You go, girl. I'm just tired of it. So far, there was only one store in my area that had a refit, not refit, more of a reset. And yeah, I was in that one today. It's the same stuff. I mean, I'm hearing all this stuff's coming out. This stuff's where is it? I've said this out loud. I'm like, and I'm hoping anybody who looks at the store take the old. If you have the new stuff in the back, bring the new stuff out. Switch it with the old stuff. Put the old stuff back, stock it. You put the new stuff there. Boom, boom, boom. 5 minutes, they're all gone. Bet you 5 minutes, they're all gone. You can stall the stuff, and you would get more and more in, and you get more in and more in. I did this at Target. When I would see stuff not moving, and I had to put stuff out, I would backstock the old stuff and keep all the new stuff out. When I was working at Target, I worked for a Reset, just like I did here. And when we were doing resets in toys, I would do that. Or at Christmas time, when we didn't have resets and they had us working toys and seasonal, I would just bring out. We could what they call break the planogram after a certain time because we were going to put up a brand new one in about a month. So they said to break it. So I pulled a lot of Transformers out and stuff. I oversuck it. Boom, they're all gone. People want the new stuff. Greg, you're not going to remember this. Because you were very small. I went to, besides Toys R Us, when I was way back when I was early 20s, late teens, we had a store called Child World. And Child World, check this out. Imagine if Long Island, one side of it's all Transformers. I'm talking about everything Transformers. The other side's all G.I. Joe. You go around the next corner, Star Wars. The whole entire, you had to have maybe 2,000 to 1,500 action figures. Each peg filled. Everything was there. Everything. People got what they wanted because everything was always out every day. They don't do that anymore. You can't do that in a department store atmosphere unless you're going to do something to change it. Oh, I just get fed up. It's like, come on. Toy company, say something. But from what I understand, you get if you get a larger section, they charge you more. See, that's another thing. And they're like, well, we can't sell it. You're not selling it because you're not rotating the stock. You got to rotate the stock like you would do with food. You have to make sure that the out of date is get out of here. So then, to me, the out of dates are figures that have been sitting there for over a year. Yeah. Hypersaturation. It is. That's all it is. And they think because they we made a new movie. Let's put the toys out. And Walmart falls for this every time. You would think by now, let's say, well, we didn't. The last two movie lines did nothing. We don't want a third movie line, but they still do it. Unless they got a contract them for like maybe 10, 15 years. That's the only thing I can think of. I see one person here. That means the other two that were here are either ninja watching or probably if it's Jeannie. Jeannie Jazz is a Jeannie Mats for a lot of other people. So she probably is on another person's chat. So I can't say anything about that. What time is it? It's only 20 of 8. Yes. I'm not sure what time I'll be on tomorrow, only because if um it's the day before, of course, so like like the day before going back to school. But I nowadays I get the weekends off with my job. This is something I worked in retail for years. You never got the weekends off. When I became a department manager for Caldors, I got weekends off, but it rotated. It was like once a month. I mean, one Saturday I had to come in on opening. Opening was from whenever, at least an hour or two before opening until like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Couldn't go overtime because we went overtime. Our store manager got on our butt big time. Uh, then the next week I would have to. I mean, first week I would come in during the day, but I had to get the ad ready for the person coming in the night because I had scheduled somebody that worked closing, so they had to put the ad up. Then the next week it became where I had to close. When I closed, there's three of us: be the store manager and two of the department managers, and I put up all my signs in my department, and I had to go change end caps. I had to change end caps in other departments for the people that were not there. And I remember working sometimes, especially Christmas time, to like 4 a.m. Of course, we got overtime because of that. That was crazy. And I haven't been a department manager in many, 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 many years, and I don't care to. I mean, I've been with my job now for going close to 14 years, I think it is. At this one job. I mean, I got enough experience to be in charge of the team, but I don't want it. Um, that's because I don't have any patience with some of the stupid store managers that are at some of these stores. Not every store. Some of the managers are really cool, but you have these other ones who act like they're above you. It's like, what are you one dayers meeting? We're there one day a month. They work with us. Don't put us down like we're some kind of idiots. So, what if it's a hot rod? Where are we looking? Where? Well, if you're talking about the thing that says, oh, give me 1 second. I'm trying to point to it. Are you talking about this thing right here? Or are you talking about that over there, the yellow and red? If you're talking about the yellow and red, that's the arc. That's the last Titan I got, and I got my income tax. Nemesis might be on our way. I'll let you guys know in another stream. I'm thinking about making a new channel and going over to do. I'm thinking about it. I'm not saying I will do it. Thinking about doing it for my other ones. Just I would have to open a whole brand new YouTube page and stuff because I can't just do it on here. It's not fair for the Disney people who don't care for anything else and the non-toy fans. I don't want to bore people. Greg, if you're, as I said, oh, wait, no, that is Hot Rod. He's standing in front of the arc. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. I see how you're seeing it. I'll show you. The arc is in back. That's, give me 1 sec. Let me try to get those down for you. Here's Hot Rod. Well, Hot Rod transforms and control. And this would have been a great idea for a cartoon because this line came out a few years ago. I've got Optimus Prime over on the other side. The storyline went. I guess they could. How did it happen? All I know is Orion Pax transforms, becomes the backside of Optimus Prime, and same thing they've done here with Hot Rod. There's Hot Rod in the back, right? He's right here in the back. I don't want to pull everything apart, and he connects into the Hot Rod body and into Rodimus body. Now watch this. I customize this a little bit, but I don't do the Galvatron. I mean, I know it's dusty and stuff, but this was the Energon line, and I cut things down. I didn't file. I don't do that type of thing, but basically took this, which was on here, standing up, and made it into the G1 version. And of course, he's got a matrix of leadership around his chest, as he did in the G1 movie. And this is before they came out. Oh, no, these are not MP. Oh, let me show you one more thing. It's the Ark. My last Titan I got. There it is. I've got almost, I have every Titan except for the repaints, because I don't go for repaints. It means it's the Omega Sentinels, which are basically the white and blue repaints of Omega Supreme. No, I don't go for the repaints when it comes to the Titans because they're too expensive. Here he is, big as day. He's about 2 feet tall, I guess. Now here he is in front of Galvatron. Give me 1 sec. And somebody else is big, but not as big as him. I think he was from either the model line or the Energon line. King Starscream, if you remember that. He always stands so tall. Yeah, of course, the Ark again. They gave him a name, Mainframe, right? And I'm like, no. If you've seen the story, the cartoons. I got the cartoons on. We got a Roku, so the cartoons I get to see sometimes. And if you remember the computer generated ones, it's just the most recent line, the CGI Transformers series that came out recently. Put these back up. Now I've got Metroplex, I've got a Trypticon, I've got Scorponok, I've got Fort Max. They're on the other side of the room. I said it's just a pain to get them down. This is easier. It's right here, so. I can hear people now. That boy ain't right. Well, that boy, I collect them. I don't care who. There's people who collect Disney stuff. Because I don't collect that much Disney. I love Disney, but I can't collect stuff, and there's nothing there really that I need. So you can't see it, but I do have the pillow. That one's got full half. It feels nice to sit against it. No, that's not MP Starscream. He's here. I did get an MP Starscream. Where is he? See, I got 2 MP primes. The first one was like, I'm looking dead at him. He's right here. The second one's up there. I got an Ultra Magnus is the last MP I ever got. He's huge compared to everybody else. I'm looking at my other MPs. Grimlock. See, here's Starscream, MP Starscream with the crown. Oh God, I can't see. With the crown and everything. Ugh. There we go. No. Starscream, Soundwave. I mean, they're all sitting up here. Bumblebee's like this big. I stopped collecting them after a bit. It just, what happened is the MPs, the MPs are still around. I know they're still around, but with the Titans come out, I had to stop the MPs. And I still would like to get like Inferno. Because I like the lost track of them, and I know RC was made. I never got her. Is it only us here now? Let's see what you wrote. Let's see. If you're talking about MP, as I said, the Ark is not a masterpiece. It was never a masterpiece. They came back out with them around Christmas time and the Marshalls and stuff. I paid $125. Marshalls sold them for $65. I was like, but who knew? I got mine about a year or so ago. Who knew? Yeah, as I said, I do have Triptychon. He's on the other side of the room. I've got him next to Megatron. I got some smaller figures of Megatron and them. And of course, if you remember the G1 cartoon, by the time he showed up, uh, did you ever see, what's the name of it? Something City? It was a Transformer episode that was never put in. It basically shows uh, uh, the Teletrain 1 was still around. The Autobot base was still in the mountain. Prime is there, but Ultra Magnus was there. It was the only episode I ever seen Ultra Magnus in it with all the first characters from the first two seasons. Give me a sec. I'm trying to get back into the feeling of the chair where I'm sitting down wrong on it. Oh, a couple other things. Let me show you something here. This was the I'm trying to remember what line it was. This was a so-called Titan Omega Sentinel. It's only got the name. It's Dusty. Believe me, it's Dusty. When they sit out there, Dusty. After a while, he is a big guy from the Energon line. It's a Headmaster, believe it or not, which is a good thing. It kind of looks. He's got an ape-looking face when he transforms. I've got his name. And that's the head. Let me raise this a little bit. Yeah, that's the head. We put this. Yeah, that's what he looks like. Kind of reminds me of an ape face for some unknown reason. Then, of course, he transforms back. He'll fold it down and stuff. And let's see. His head connects back here. This is a battleship on this side. This side is some kind of weird train. I can imagine the battleship. It's because of the size of it. But why are you putting a train, which is a lot smaller than the battleship, on the other side? Unless you make it Cybertronian. What you're talking about? This bad boy with the Cybertron line? You're gonna have to hold off for a few minutes. My phone's on the other side of the room. This is set up to. I don't have Facebook on here. I had to make a whole entire new Facebook page for myself because I can't sign in to the other one, and I don't want to shut the ones down on the phone because I may never ever get back in. And this one I'm probably gonna have to update. I mean, it's dead in there. It's just something right now that I use. I don't even go back there to post anything because nobody knows about it. Okay, let's see, what is that? I'd like to get. I got Skyfire. I don't call him Jetfire. In the cartoon, he was Skyfire. Oh, okay. I want to get him over here, but I'm very afraid of him falling not getting everything down that's in front of him. Of course, I got the G2 Megatron. I do have the original G2. It's in storage. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I grabbed this bad boy too. And this is not my main thing. My main thing's on the other side of the room. And I got G1 here. I got the Teletran 1, everything set up here. I wish they would make human figures. I don't even care if they had 5 points of articulation. I would love to see the humans from each of the each of the Transformer series. Yeah, give me a few. I eventually, if not now, I'll check it out later and contact you in the PM about what you sent, because I can't do that right now. As soon as I can find a way to get my to get some more of the plugs and power together. It's too long a story to tell what's going on below this desk. Did you ever get Jakes's? from the old. I can't say old. From that when they brought him back as a comic. It was, I guess, that comic line was out for like almost a year before they shut it down. His name is Jakes. He was leader. Prime's leader of the Autobots, Megatron, Decepticons. This is Jakes, who was the third party who didn't like both Megatron or Prime, and he's the leader of the Cybertronians. If you had remember that thing, look at the links I sent you. As I said, I can't do it right now. Patience, young Anakin. In order to get back to the other side of the room, it's an obstacle course. That's how crowded it is in here. Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, you sent me the links to go on to what you know over there, but I can't go on it from here because, as I said, it doesn't exist over here. Probably because of the bills and everything. Is that what's going on? And when you do collect like maybe once every something fell back here. There we go again. This happens every day with me. Haunted. If Carol shows up, she's going to show up possibly maybe in an hour if I'm still on by then. But I don't think I'm going to go anywhere. What in the wide world where sports is going on? Trying to get him to. You see, guys cannot see him. It's just spirit. He's just giving me this look. Like what? Well, you've been lucky right now because there's nothing as you see what we talked about before. There's nothing in stores. It's pig warmer, so you're not really missing out on anything right now. That what's the name of the bounty hunter? Blue bounty hunter. They actually made a figure for. I would love to get that, but watch it never show up because they either will send it like one per box, like it is they are, or they've shipped them out to the other stores because our stores didn't want to do anything, and I would have to go buy them online. That Crasher, that GoBot that they redid for the line, I had to buy her online. It was the only way to get it. I hate buying online because I hate shipping and handling, but there's nothing you can do about that. You have to go around it. Oh, everybody gives you that thing that's, you think of the gas you'll waste. No, there's no gas in my waste. I'm up my store's right up the street. Oh, when we first moved here, it's a super Walmart. They had tons of stuff coming all the time. They always rotated. So I'm thinking the manager of that department had to be a toy collector. Everything was rotated. Always had something new. I got years ago they re-released the original G.I. Joes, and I'm talking about the 12-inch G.I. Joes with the fuzzy hair and everything. They were all over the place. I grabbed a couple. I grabbed a large size Cobra Commander. They had him at 12-inch. I remember. I thought, wow, this is one of the greatest toy departments I had ever seen in that era, because that's about 20 years now. Because since the days of Toys R Us and Child World having those long aisles with the toys and stuff, then they remodeled. When they remodeled, it was never the same again. It's like it is now. It's crap. So I don't know what happened. Was it because the department manager kept on rotating stuff out? Quit? Fired? I don't know. But why? I'm telling you, I can make money for these people if they would let because that's the thing. They're like, well, toy department's not the only toy. So I don't care about the other departments. You can't. What are you going to do? Bring a red pot out and say, well, I got a bunch of blue ones. Let's see if the blue ones sell. Yeah, so do I. I remember the one that was up here in this area, in Newport Richey. They remodeled a few years ago, and I remember them coming. Oh, I just hit the 1 hour mark on this. Um, this is incredible. I think I might have to start another channel, Greg. And Greg, I will have you on that channel too, and you would be my. I'll make you a mod. I'm thinking about doing that. Because we're picking up when we're talking on here, but on Disney, it's like, eh. I think that's another thing. I think the people coming in want to hear Disney. When they hear us talking about Transformers, they're like, "This is what it's about." No, guys, this is not what it's all about. I talk more. It's just I wish more people who like Disney would come in. If there were more people talking about Disney, I guess Disney what we would be talking about now. But since we have this, I don't know. I'm thinking if I did do another channel, I would call it just like my Facebook group. It's all about the toys. The only thing I can't do is sit there and make blogs and stuff. And those people know how to do what they're doing and editing videos. You would have to have me from 2010. I didn't have a job for almost 2 years, and I would go out. I remember going out almost every morning, putting applications in and everywhere, and nothing. Come home for the rest of the day, make videos. But I stopped that a long time ago. When I got a job, that was never in the cards anymore. I stopped making videos. And if I had known then what I knew now, I would have probably still kept doing it and probably be up there with the big boys. That's so true. But like somebody once said, I keep the parks situated away from management. Management's like let them chop off each other's heads because that's all they are. But when it comes to, and I know management messes with everything we like in the parks, but I can't. What's there to do? You're going to complain about it. Yes. Then you got other people. Why are you complaining about it? Why are you complaining about them complaining about it? It's their right to be pissed off. Like you're pissed off at them for complaining about it. Uh, what they did during COVID, yeah. During COVID, some people lost if they were starting if they were starting this what COVID had just started, they probably stopped. Probably did weed out some people who don't do this anymore because I don't see some of the people around anymore who used to do this. Um, Now I can only speak of myself and my friend Tanya. She's got 30,000 members on her chat. I don't even know how many I got. Last time I looked, it was 1,009. She's got over 30,000. I think she's at 34,000 something right now. She does a she for Thursday night. I'm a Patreon, so I'm on there those nights. She has stuff for Patreons only. Um, she has her own Facebook group. She runs another Facebook group, the Disney Pass Holder group with her friend Jill, another friend, because we tend to talk to each other since we're Facebook admins. We understand, what's going on. It's different things around the groups and stuff. Um, just that what had happened, yeah, the Facebook group, not Facebook, she kept her place going too. I'm not really sure how. What I did to keep this place going, you see how I post pictures every day. I was posting pictures every day of different things. Still was doing it after a while. People knew that we're looking at pictures a couple years ago because there's nobody in the parks right now. But when the news came in and you see like helicopter video hovering above the empty parks, those were the most, everybody wanted to see those. And Tanya would get on and Tanya would interview the people in the chat, the people who are members. her subscriber. She interviewed him. That was the best thing. Her friend Christopher came up with the idea, which was a smart ass idea, and it kept her going. She came. I mean, a couple of the big timer ones still did it. Adam still did it. Uh, Tim Tracker, um, Resort TV One. They would do it from home. Hey, whatever works, go with it. I didn't care if they did it from home because I knew the situation, and I worked. I was. They called us because they called us heroes because we were. I'm like, I could wear my mask outside. Well, I never was scared of the damn thing. The only thing I got to say is at the beginning of 2020, I had this bad fucking cold. I can't see if it's. I excuse me for my language. Whoever is out there, Greg, I know you don't care. Sorry about that. I gotta. I gotta learn to keep that mouth shut when, especially comes to that kind of language. Um, it's just that was yeah. I got sick. I remember being out of work for a week. What I remember waking up and having these bad headaches. Who has a headache when you have the flu? That's the weird part. I never had headaches with the flu. It was the first time ever. I was just, oh, it was a horrible feeling. Now I don't call that COVID. I don't know what it was, but I guess whatever, if anything was going around, I was immune to it. But of course, they wanted you with a mask on because they thought you were dirty. Greg, ever going to a store nowadays and see people with the masks on? I'm like, really? Mm. One of the girls who works at the rehab center who covers the desk, I says, how come you still wear a mask? I was just curious. She said, something's going on up there. So she said she has a lot of allergies and she doesn't want to get anything. There's something going on over here. If something comes in the picture like that, run. um, yeah. And then that's what she told me. I says, I told her I'm flirting. I'm gonna lie, I was flirting over there. I says, if you take the mask off, we can see your pretty face. But I went in there. She was in there again today. Uh, yeah, she says it because she has a lot of allergies, and of course you're around a lot of sick people in that place. It's gonna happen, so I can't say anything about that. And plus, I know the Japanese been doing it for years, long before COVID. So the Fed up Epcot, they should have put Toy Story Land right by Pixar. Well, you could say it's by it, but I'd like them to do something with Pixar Place. I mean, right now it's like themed to Incredibles, but what do? You can't make a ride there because there's only one ride and it's now facing the other side. I'm talking about Toy Story Mania, which I love that. I mean, it's it's not a ride. You're sitting there and getting your, then you're lifting your arm up as you're walking outside. What happened to you? I can't move my arm anymore. I pull it 2,000 times. Galaxy's Edge by Star Wars. What about it? That's what I said. No, the Galaxy's Edge by Star Tours. That's to me the Muppet area. That should be Star Wars. God, I said it before. Now I can't think of the name again. It happens every time I think of the area where they got that little museum in Star Wars. That should be over there, and they should move the Muppets courtyard over to where the Star Wars the Star Wars Bay. I was about to say Lightning Bay, Star Cargo Bay or whatever it's called. Carol, hi. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to be on late. Well, to us late because this is still early for you. Yeah, I had a feeling because I know you probably couldn't get in here at 7. Yeah, we've been talking. A couple of people did show up, and a couple of them were like mods from my other places. They showed up. Oh, you went out to dinner. Where'd you go? So today you tell me you went out to dinner and you went up You want it for breakfast and you want it for dinner. I had a turkey sandwich from Wawa's. That's it. I got a. I ordered a 10-inch and I didn't realize what I was doing. I should have been ordered a 6-inch like I've been eating. So what I did is half of it for supper and I'm saving the other half for lunch tomorrow. Docking Bay 94. Docking Bays? Docking Bay? I don't remember it being called Docking. I thought it was Cargo Bay or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, and I had to pay. Oh my God! Who did you go to dinner with? Was it your husband and your boys? I did not know that. Well, who knew when you went to breakfast with us that it was going? Oh, I just realized if I lean forward like this, I do look bigger now. Carol, I'm sitting on 4 pillows. One I bought yesterday and 3 I usually have on my bed. Just picked up. Well, where did you go? What restaurant? It wasn't fancy smancy, was it? Or you see the shirt I got on, Carol? It's a size small. Actually, I had it on this morning when you. I just had I wore the sweatshirt over this. This is what I use as an undershirt today. So, reason I don't show my arms a lot is I still got. Watch my arm. See my arm. See the wrinkles, loose skin. That's because I lost weight fast, and it takes time for the skin to retract. And I want to get that stuff that's supposed to make your stomach smaller faster. I want to try that. What? Okay, Carol, where did you go? And Greg, what did you eat? Well, you do look higher. Just shut up. I know. I'm curious where you went to. I want to know what you had for dinner. Where did you go? How come you're not answering that question? And Greg, until you tell me what you had for dinner, you shut up. Because I know you're responding back to her, telling me to shut up. If I shut up, how am I supposed to? What if we all sit here like this? You notice how quiet it gets, except for my fan. I have my fan club here. This is my only fan. Leftover salad. I've had leftover salad. The reason I say that is because not because it's too cold. It's just that the lettuce wilts. No. What do you guys think about having a not sandwich, but like a cheeseburger, but instead of the buns, you have lettuce as the bun? I heard of that 2 times this week from 2 different sources. I'd love to have a cheeseburger, but I know this it's too high in sodium for me. I got definitely sick after just eating chicken Caesar salad. Ugh. Carrabba's. I've never been there. I remember the first time I ever seen Carrabba's over in Dale Maybury, in the same center where at the Target I used to work at. You know something? I might shoot up there sometime this week because that Target I used to work is down the street. Not down the street, but it's within a mile or two from where Ma is in the rehab center. I don't know if I'll do that though. I'm curious if there's anybody else left there from the time I was there, but that was like almost 15 years ago. But I remember going back a few years later after I lost weight the first time, and people were looking at me like, "Whoa, what happened to you?" But now I'm smaller than I was back then because I got down to size 34, and they see me, and after I got to size 34, it stopped. Then, Carol, as you know, you're the one who took me to the hospital that day. That whole week there, I lost maybe 10 pounds or so because a lot of it was water. Oh, Yeah, but what do you think about the idea of having lettuce as a bun? It sounds interesting. I'm gonna lie, but the thing is, it's the sodium level of the cheeseburger. I can't eat it. There's got to be Carol. I don't know. Do you know if there's any kind of not cheeseburger, but a hamburger that that it could have or something like that? I'm gonna have to ask Johnny's Primary if there's such a thing as if any of the stores have like a special low sodium hamburger. I would love that, girls. I haven't had a hamburger since before you took me to the hospital. And you know that's over a year. It's way over a year from now. Ago, a year from now. What about a veggie burger? The question is, I don't know where I would find a veggie burger. See that I'm not a vegetarian either, so I don't want that. Ooh. I don't want vegetarian. I don't want that. I just want to. I'm talking about meat. I want to eat meat. I need protein, and the only protein I ever get is either if I eat eggs at IHOP or once a week, like today, getting the turkey sub. I would love to get a chicken sandwich, but I'm feeling that's higher in sodium than turkey is. Yeah, that doesn't help, Greg, because it's already salted. Plus, they fry them. That's not good for me. I'll be right back. I know you guys will see me, but I'm going to another window because I'm seeing what's going on at Disney Worlders. Why is this girl? Somebody was asking to, become a member. So I went to go to make them a member, and then I'm looking. Why is she posted twice of becoming a member? How did that happen? Well, somebody made her a member, so can't read into it all the time because most of the time nothing happens, and they're just regular people. It could be. Let me see. Let's see what's this one. Okay, this is. I've got a Facebook friend who's a live streamer. We don't talk much. His name's Brent. God, just he was just up here. How stupid of me, Brent Dodge. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever seen the shorts where he goes. He starts off like, "Have you guys ever been to Disney and seen where this or this is?" And he always starts his shorts off like, "Have you ever been to Epcot? Have you ever been to Magic Kingdom?" I subscribed to his channel. He ran the marathon. They had the marathon over the weekend. Totally forgot about to talk about it. Well, I don't talk about that because I don't care about marathons. But Tanya, I don't know if she ran, but I'm assuming she walked it. I mean, I'm have to ask her because she hasn't been on since Thursday. They did it yesterday. Diablo. Uh, say when they say 5K, I'm like, I don't. What's 5K? What's 10K? What is it? I don't know the metric system. I don't know how long that means. No, no, no. I don't make my own food, and it's not going to happen. I'd rather have cereal done by Captain Crunch if I had to do that because that's almost like no, 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 no. Um, I thought you guys friended each other yesterday. Don't mind me. I'm on another window right now, so if you see me look, I don't. Can you guys see like a light reflecting onto my eyes from this page that I'm on right now? Because it's mostly a blank white page, and my glasses should look a lot more brighter. Yeah, I had a feeling. It's too bad I can't. There's no way of me transferring over like Disney World or stuff and go from there. I'd like to do that, but it's not possible right now until we know how to do this stuff. I know he will. I would have to get brand new. pan because he uses the same frying pan for everything else. So no. Probably we'll go out tomorrow during the day. Probably get coffees or whatever like we do. I don't want to stay out too. I'd like to clean the pantry out. Let's see. The only people like, hey, somebody hit the like button. There's two of you in here. Hit the like button. I know it just looks better when it says 2 and 2, not 2 to 0. So okay, one person hit the like button. Johnny actually did my laundry today, so all I have to do is when I get off of this is take it off and go. Of course, we don't have a dryer right now, so we put them over those racks. Johnny sits his in front of the oven to dry, and I put a fan on mine. So until we ever get a new dryer, that's the way it's going to go. Because I am not going to hit. I just don't feel like going out to, spending money on the dryer at a laundromat. Yeah, I know a lot of people. I was just never into cooking. I try to make my ex girlfriend Catherine. Uh, when this is pertains to now because uh, Carol, you know the story. I'm very sure Ma told you when they first came down to look for a place to live because we were going to come down here, and I was home for a whole week by myself. I was I thought it would be easy. I was making ziti. Did I make meatballs? That's the question. I don't remember, but I remember I wanted to make her ziti, so I was boiling and stuff. She came there and seeing I was trying to make her dinner, and she was all happy and stuff. But she came. I says, I need your advice since you did this more than me. I asked her about. She helped me finish it. So that's a long time ago. Yeah, we got a dishwasher. We're gonna have to get rid of that thing. That thing's never worked ever since we moved in. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it. Plus, I'd love to get the back porch cleaned off. And there's a lot of things I'd like to do. And Carol, I'm only telling you this because how would you like to be threatened to get kicked out of the house because you don't cooperate with your brother who's a control freak? So little does he know that they will not talk to him because they don't. I'm her rep payee, and they don't want to talk to me. So she's gonna have to try to get them permission. It's like I need your permission, and I'm gonna have to get her another power of attorney, which would be me. Because if I'm a pay rep and power of attorney, I'll finally shut him up. And from what I heard, it can be done. All she has to do is sign me instead of him. And somebody said you have to go to court for that, but another person said, I says we're gonna have to do something finding out how that works. I don't know who to ask for that. I need somebody to ask. The question is who. Next door neighbor, he's been Manny. He's had to pay. He's had the power of attorney. He was telling us how it worked up, at least the Philadelphia area. I don't know how it works. If it works any different around the country, I don't know. Yeah, King James. I hate talking about this on this. We were just talking about the Transformers. The thing is, we get on here and we don't talk Disney, and that's what I'm thinking. Why some of these there's two other people watching us. We've got to start talking about Disney. We got to talk about something. If we keep on a track here, but I know we're small, and if more people would come on and help talk Disney, it would help. Yeah, but that's over my brother because he's considered slow. And the reason I say that is because he's not. he's not what you call the regular slow people and stuff where they like say hello to you, Walmart. That kid, that poor kid, he's trying. He's like, hello, hello, hello. I'm like, I do this every time I go in there to him. Um, yeah, and I've also talked about how he can't go to Disney, even if he could. Two things held him down, Carol: his legs and his dogs. And I think he's in. If he is, he is. I don't know. Or something hit the floor. That could be Diablo. I hear him walking around in there. What in the world? I hear something again. My youngest brother, yeah, they consider the thing is he's not as stupid as they think. When I go to Disney, they're like, "You're leaving him home by himself. He'll be alone." I'm like, Mr. Control Freak. Oh, it's all right for him to take a cruise, but if I want to spend one day at Magic Kingdom, you're leaving him home by yourself. You only think of yourself. I'm like, oof. I'm not allowed to have a life. I'm not allowed to have a life. Ugh. I wish you guys. I have a question for you. I'm going to get off the subject right now. I don't want to go on there right now. Is there anything? I don't know. I'd like to live stream something, with the gimbal and take it outside and do something. It's just what do I do? Carol, we have stuff over here, but I would not do it. I'm talking about a Clearwater aquarium, but I just can't see going there and doing that. Yeah, I know. Johnny is a lot smarter. He knows a lot more about things than James does. Oh, he knows that. You're not the one doing it, it's James. Or if his daughter, I'm sorry, but my niece and her husband were on Disney Worlders, but I had to have Gail block them. The only reason I blocked my her husband, Mike's cool, is because she probably could go on his Facebook page and take a look at Disney Worlders because I blocked her. I had to. It's just that she would come on, see what I was doing, tell her father, tattletale. I mean, what year were we living in? Tattletale, and that I'm going to Disney to get on a little bit like, where the hell are you going to Disney? What the hell are you thinking of? I said, I'm 57 years old. I can't have a life. Another thing is I don't like depending on people to go to Disney with, because I know they have their own lives. But I wish I can get over this fear of going to I-4. But as I said before, and I'll say it again, if I could have somebody ride along with me for a few times, I probably could pick up the pace again and start doing it on my own. I could get to Magic Kingdom a lot earlier in the day, leave Disney a lot earlier in the day, get home by a certain time. One thing I did notice when I was coming, the last time I ever drove on it, when I was coming home one night, coming back on the I-4 used to be driving in a ghost town because there was hardly any cars on the freeway. Right before the accident happened, the last time I drove back home, the I-4 got really busy in the middle of the night. It was like everybody was going to work, and it was like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I remember driving up there a lot, like way back, 2004, 2005. It was a ghost town on Sunday mornings. That's how many people have moved down here since in the last 20 years. It's just got really busy. From I hear about my hometown, which I haven't been in over 20 years, it's got really crazy over there too. Western Connecticut. The prices up there are like nuts. I would have probably have to have 5 jobs in order to live up there. How do you think of how to do about the abandoned theater space? I don't know. It's they for a while they were saying that Wreck-It Ralph would be. What do you do with Wreck-It Ralph? But it's gonna. Somebody else said what they'll do is they'll probably since they got them everything set there, they'd probably do one of those things like Stitch was, where the lights go black and you feel something going on around you, like you're touching you or something like that. Yeah, and they save money by doing that. I like the Monsters Inc. Laugh Factory. I've never been in there, but I'm very sure if I ever went at it, I'd probably be the guy that guy. They give you the badge for being that guy. And I don't want to be in center of attention. I don't like to be center of attention. Yeah, that's why I wanted to move on. Now Tanya has shown it on her streams that the monsters left. In fact, I love that place. I mean, it's hysterical. Just it's a different show each time, and I would have never texted them a message. Texted them, and I don't remember when I know how to text like they want to. They give me a number and stuff. I'm like, how do you do this? And I never have a joke, but it's crazy what they do sometimes. Let's see. I have a strange feeling Country Bears is going to reopen the same week, or maybe the same day as the new Splash Mountain. That's what I think, and we're talking about maybe August. So I have a feeling they're synced up to open around the same time. I think they would like to have them both open at the same time. Probably take some people away from the lines that are going to form at this new Splash Mountain, and away from the lines are going to form at this new Country Bear. So they probably can help each other in a certain way. Oh, if they were smart, what they should have done? Waited to show the Hatbox Ghost that same week. They could get at least those 3 rides. Or well, the one attraction and 2 rides updated. Now, poor Splash Mountain, I was going to say poor Big Thunder Mountain sitting up there by itself. I love Big Thunder Mountain. I got to ride the back of that ride once. I mean, I've been on the back of mine car. My God, I love sitting in the back of that damn thing as it's going. It's fun. I mean, it's really fun when you're sitting in the back. Yeah, the Unwanted Splash Mountain. I've seen a. I wish I could share it on this, but I can't. I don't know how to. It's a picture of James Baskett, along with a woman who she's in. I don't know her name. She was the first black female woman to win an Oscar. She's standing next to the first black man to win an Oscar, right? And there was a child. He was one of the kids. He was the black kid, and just seeing them standing there, even though they're in course somebody put word balloons in there talking, and it kind of looked like they. I felt so bad because it was. I know it's a scene from the movie, but it looked like they were being kicked out of their home, which was Splash Mountain, and it's the way this guy had him set up. It just looks like they were being evicted from their home. Because you think about Splash Mountain closing, and everybody against them. Oh, God forbid, a black. Let's take Zippity Doo away because a black man sang it. Carol, do the lyrics. Zippity Doo dah, zippity day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. How is that racist? I don't understand the ill logic. How long has Stitch been gone? I'd say 5 years. I was never a fan. I don't like Stitch. Never did like that movie. There's a not deleted scene, but there was the original scene. They're flying over Hawaii before they crash, but the original scene they had to redo. The scene was that plane flying over a few buildings in a city, and ever since when 9/11 happened, they stopped it. They had to redo the whole entire part of the movie because of it. The movie had to be changed to a different release date because they had to add it in. It took some time. It took them about 2 or 3 months just to get it into the movie. I've been under. I've been on Thunder Mountain more times than I can remember. I really haven't been on it that long. I had a chance to go on Tanya with one night with Tanya. She was headed over. She's going to come with me. I says, "Nah." What I did is for Disney World is I took video of the fireworks from the Liberty Bell was right across from me, and I just wanted to take video. When you're in front of the castle and seeing the fireworks go off, they look like they're literally coming from the castle. But if you move farther into Frontierland, the fireworks look like they're directly over fire. Oh my god! Yeah, you can see skin retracting back. That's how much skin Ooh. I freaked myself out with the way I look. um, and I've been on a couple rides with Tanya, especially in Slinky Dog. That woman screams. I was doing one of these. But I can imagine how much it would have been like on Big Thunder. I would if it wasn't for me wanting to videotape the fireworks. I would have gone on with her. I would have been like, "You're gonna scream in that way," or wherever because I think that way because when we were in Slinky Dog, she sat directly next to me on my left hand side. So it's weird how I'm backwards on this, but when I put this, oh, Carol, I showed everybody else this. This is what I got in the mail today. The Hidden History of Walt Disney World. It's a paperback. And I've shown everybody there's some pictures in it. Oh, I haven't seen this. This is Admiral Joe Fowler. I'll show you in a second. He points to the cleared spot where Magic Kingdom will be built. Yeah, I do. If you take a look, you can see balloons, and the balloons are supposed to represent where the castle is supposed to be. So take a look at this. That's Admiral Joe Fowler, and you can see the construction vehicles. That's the site of where basically the hub is, or something, and the balloons in the background are where the castle will be at that point in time. And this was taken in the '60s, the late '60s. So when they started construction, I don't know if I can make it bigger. Let me see. The camera's right. Look at the picture below too. Let me see what that says. Wow. Yeah, I'm reading without glasses, believe it or not. Look, it's the Utilidors they're building on the bottom picture. Look at that. That's crazy. That's insane. I've never seen any pictures of Utilidors till now. This is the back of the book. Sorry for that. I just want to get them over here. I got a couple of different Disney books over here, so. Her daughter did. I'm lost. Who are you talking about? Whose daughter did Cinderella? Guess what I heard today? It's a rumor, just a rumor, but this rumor has 4 different food. Okay, Carol, did you hear about this one? I listened to Q105. It's an 80s station, and every weekend they have 2 different 80s shows. What what was number 1 in the 80s? What happened? Those type of things. And they play the music. And it's a radio station. Of course, they're gonna play the music. But there was a story that went around, which, mind you, I'm a big fan. I love the 80s, and something new from the 80s I heard. Now, Princess Di was a Bryan Adams fan. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I love Bryan Adams' music. Bryan Adams supposedly, this is after she was divorced, had an affair with her. And I'm like, I've never heard about that before. So when of course, Bryan Adams says they were just friends. He will admit it something. They were good friends, but they never were like lovers. Um, One of her butlers, Princess Di's butlers, confirmed that they were seeing each other, and Bryan Adams' ex-wife confirmed that they were messing around with each other. And both twice he responded back, no, nothing happened. I don't know, who do you believe? That was weird when I heard that. I heard Bryan Adams? Boy, that was like came out of left field. So I don't even know what to think. Plus, I never get into it. I bet you'll forget this in about a year. Oh, you want to? Oh, you read this book? You mean? I have another one about Marty Sklar, one of the Imagineers. I gotta remember where I put it though. He talks about Walt in that book. I gotta see if there's a show about Admiral. Not a show. I've got to see if there's a book about Admiral Fowler, because he not only helped build Disneyland, he also was behind the construction, as you see, for Disney World. Plus, if you know the riverboat, it's named not the riverboat. He was originally named after the riverboat, which looks like Mark Twain from Disneyland, and that one was destroyed. So his Admiral Joe Fowler is now one of the ferry boats. This will be truthful. I have no idea when I'll read the book. I mean, if I get into that book, there's only been one book in my entire life where I read right through. I couldn't put it down. It was called Shadows of the Empire, and it takes place between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I couldn't put that book down. That's because I like that kind of thing. I'm not sure how fast I'll go through this. Because basically it's a construction story, so it's going to be a lot different. Yeah, it's real life stuff compared to a book based in Star Wars. Yeah, let me see. Let me see how long it takes me. It's not that big. Stop to think about it. That's about how big it is. It has close to 200 pages. Most of the pages are like advertisements. Oh, I love this one. 1989, when it first opened, Star Tours in the Hollywood Studios. Love that. Always loved that ride. Always loved that area. It's named the Ewok Village and the Imperial Walker there. But they have new versions of the Imperial Walker over at Galaxy's Edge. I was there a couple weeks ago with Stacy. We went on to Rise of the Resistance, and then in the room there's two life-size AT-ATs. They're about 40 feet tall, like they are in the movie. Well, in the movie, no. In the movie, I think somebody said they were 60 feet tall. So, I don't think they were totally life-size, because that probably would have shot out the back. It would have made them 60 feet, and they would have been. But they you know how they do. If you're looking from a distance, they make each about 20 feet up. They probably made it like quarter of size. I forgot the term. It has this like, oh God, I can't speak. There's three of us there. That means there's two other people beside you, my dear lady. Whatever book about Disney. No, you're talking about the other one. Marty Sklar was an Imagineer. I found this book in Ollie's, and it's supposedly his time working at Disney for Walt. So I want to read that one too, but I don't remember where I put it. I got that book about, oh God, almost a year ago. It's probably where, when I'm not looking for it, that's when I'll find it. Oh, la, 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 la. I see people come. They're not coming in. They're just coming into the chat. I wish it would come into the chat. I don't know. Something's going on out there. I think it's in the darn ghosts again. I'll be right back. I just want to check something. Google Hans Joachim Sharif. Why? Why would I Google them? Inquiring minds want to know. What is this? Reload. Come on, get me back to the main page. Disney World. Here I am. Boom. Don't know if you see my glasses. I'm scrolling right now. Look at that. Skipper Canteen. What's this? Oh, we got a new YouTuber here on Disney World, so I didn't know about this. Do. Hans Joachim. Give me 1 sec. Let me get up here. Let me open another. Damn, it's too bad I can't take that over with me. You know, you don't see I got my clicker on going across the screen right now. Let me open another window and I'll Google this. I want to see this. Sure. This guy looks like a Nazi. Is he a German? Greg, this guy, he's wearing a German uniform from World War II. It looks like he's a Nazi. His nickname was Poker Face. He was born in 1907, so he's got to be, yeah, his allegiance was for Nazi Germany. He was with the Luftwaffe. Nice. So what does that got to do with Disney? I'm scrolling down to take a look, so if you see me looking, I know you guys probably are just seeing me. I'm actually looking at the page right now. Give me a second. I don't want to care about he's a Cinderella. What? Oh, you're kidding me. How the hell did he get involved with Disney? A Nazi? How in the world? Oh, there's that room that's in Cinderella Castle. That's a beautiful room. Those beds are gorgeous. Oh, there's one. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm not gonna do it right now, Greg, but I gotta read about this guy. How did you find out about this guy? This is gonna be weird if I post this on Disney World. So I didn't know that. I always kind of like assumed Mary Blair had something to do with it, but I know she did. She did that big mosaic that sits in over in the Contemporary. And plus, it's a small world. She did the art type work for that. You know something? Yeah, exactly. I can't do it right this very minute, but I do want to post. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you post it to the Dark Side of Disney? That's gonna be weird. I wouldn't mind showing everybody else, but you're right. It's a Nazi. How is a Nazi doing artwork? As I said, I got to read about this. I can't do it right now since we're in the middle of doing this. This is weird, and this is something I'd like to bring up too if we can ever get the thing going. Wow, the stuff you find out about, that's crazy. what's his name? The rocket scientist who, worked for Hitler, but he was brought over to the U.S. He he was responsible for the space mission because the Saturn V rockets and everything. And I got a picture with him with Walt Disney too. Oh, that's crazy! I never knew this. Of course, there's a lot of stuff we're not going to know because they're never going to tell us because he was a Nazi. I'm trying to pick up why am I seeing Cinderella castle lit up for happily ever after, but before that you see the mosaic. Wow, I'm just looking at the mosaic. Wow. Hey Greg, oh wow, look at this. Oh my god, I've got to take these pictures and post them on Disney Worlders for Monday. I'm not going to post the story, but I will post these pictures. Oh, I love it. I got to try to find out how to keep. That's crazy. I still don't know how. Yeah, Von Braun. Yes, it's Von Braun. Operation Paperclip. Yep. So I'm asking again, how the hell did you find out about this Nazi? This is incredible. I love this. I love the people who are on Disney World because you guys are all unique. You're not the big ones who go out and tell these other streamers, I found this, I found this, I found. Don't know how some of them would react to it. If I were told Tanya about this, I'd have to tell her in person. I would not tell her over this. Or I could PM her, but I'd rather tell her face to face. I'm just going to say, girl, you're going to have to look this name up. It's weird. Oh, it's weird. A Nazi. A freaking Nazi. Oi. Yeah, I'm one of those people who believe anybody who wore anything on their lapel, anything that said SS should have been imprisoned. Oh, Greg, thank you for this. This is excellent, but it blows my mind. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we had to keep something like, you can't really say. There's a lot of stuff I want to say, but I can't say. Not on this, but other things. Yeah, let's just keep that amongst ourselves and stuff. I'll probably let Jordan know about this. Jordan, it'll blow his mind. Yeah, what am I talking? You probably can PM it to Jordan too. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. That's why I'd rather talk to people in person about it, not. I could send them the information, show them where I got it from and everything, but I'd rather do it in person. It's better when you're in person talking to people. On here we can see each other's stuff, and oh my god, this hour's flown by. It's almost 9:00. I think it's almost 9:00. Yeah, it's almost 9:00. See, I like it when we have at least a couple of people. Eventually, as I said, we will grow, but it's baby steps. This is called Operation Baby Steps. Air freshener, apple cinnamon. And guess what? It's not really working that well. It goes beep, beep, beep. My other one goes. This one goes. Dink, dink. Yes, may I help you? Spirit's sitting there staring at me. Spirit? Hello? Spirit. This noise gets him all the time. Boy, he woke up. He's like looking at me now. Hi, come here. I want to hug you and squeeze you. Come here. If he was smaller, if I hold him on my lap, but he's got to be over 100 pounds. That's what I think. I think he feels like it, but I'm very sure he's probably 70, 80 pounds. Big baby. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to get these. I gotta get some stuff posted on here. Carol? If you want the thing he just wrote with the guy's name on it, the Nazi, look it up. Go. You got to see. It just blew my mind when I see this, and I don't want to let anything out. So your best bet is to take a look at this thing he posted. His name is. Where did his name go? His name's Hans Joachim Scharf. Scharf. That's her. That's insane. I'm wow. And I thought one of the stuff I knew was like, different. But damn, you got something that's gigantic. Oh, oof. But you gotta admit, those murals in there are awesome. Be the birds, tuppence a day. So I think Carol went out and looked. So when she went out, there's two people sitting here watching us right now. I'm getting tired of this. Whoa, where'd you go? Get. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hi, how is everybody? It's that bright light in the back. I can't see. Kind of reminds me of the sun this morning when we're going to pick my mother up at the over the rehab center. The sun looks like that and are hitting her face every morning. I don't know how people can drive like that every day with the sun hitting their face like that. I get up anyways. I don't know what I just seen, but that scared the shit out of me. Feels like this house is haunted. That's what it feels like. What do you think? Why do you think I said it? Because it belongs on the dark side. The dark side of Disney. Yeah, the other group. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, it's not the boat. I'm not gonna put that up on regular Disney Worlders. We can put it up on the dark side of Disney. I have no problem putting anything up there that's like that. All right, Carol, just write it down. So because if this goes off later, I don't know if it keeps the chat up. So your best bet is to write the person's name down and check them out later. Yeah, as I said, be my guest. Post it on the dark side of Disney. And you might want to post a warning, meaning it's sensitive. So if you guys don't like, tell them straight out. If you don't want to see anything about a Nazi, and tell them I approved it. Put Dan approved or something like that. Because I don't want somebody deleting it and without knowing what's on here because I don't kind of want to come over. And I'm not talking to Gail. It's about Gail. I'm talking about a couple other people could come, but I don't know what's going on. So, Greg, guess what? I still am thinking about another group, another YouTube group about the dark. It's all about the toys. Carol, I was thinking about this is something you would not be interested in, but I do have friends that are toy collectors, and I'm thinking about opening a new video, it would be a new YouTube channel. I'd still have this, but I would do the other one too. I'm thinking about it. I just don't know if I'm going to do it. The only reason is because there's some toy collectors out there are really picky people. And I don't know the difference between some cards or something like that. Backer cards. But no, I'm waiting for Greg to respond back on what I asked him. Oh, you did. Okay, you were, yes, exactly. So no, Spirit didn't leave the room. He got up and he basically was near my legs. I wondering what the hell I was doing. Something up there scared the hell out of me. Spirit, come here. Spirit, come here. Only works once. You can see him. There he is. Um, there he just left the room. Ladies and gentlemen, Spirit has just left the room. Here's my remote. Yeah, good. Just what do you call it? Yeah, Google him. He's under where I found his story is under, what is it? Blah 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 blah. It's on, where did I find this? From oh my god, of all places, All Ears group. I've hold on one sec. There's a Disney site. I'm not sure if they're bloggers or streamers are called All Ears. I really don't know what's up with that site. I don't know if it's more like they vlog or they do news. But when I found this up there, I mean, Greg found it first. When I just seen it up there just now, I was like, what? But I got his information of what he did in life from another source. So, what is the name of that place again? Not Google. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah, that's Carol. Look it up on Wikipedia first. And then I would go from Wikipedia to All Ears if you can. They should have links. They will have an all because when you're scrolling down from Wikipedia, it's just something about Cinderella Castle. Click on it, and it'll bring you to this All Ears one I'm on. Hey, you. I can't turn my head all the way around. It's got a sore muscle here, and it's like stiff. I'm like, oh boy, I can't do it. Slept on it wrong last night. Oh, Carol, I slept all the way up until 7 o'clock. I had like 4 or 5 extra hours just to sleep. I was like, oh. Yeah. See, this is the one reason why I don't stay on too long, because I need to get to bed earlier. The other day, I went in Friday morning. I haven't done this in a long time. I was sitting there, ready, because I always start my planograms on the bottom shelves and work up, because I start my stuff on the floor because I have to pull everything out. Customers come in later on, and I don't want them tripping over everything. So by the time they come in, I'm a little bit higher on the shelves, and I can take stuff at my level instead of like being on my knees or something and working it, and I won't be in their way as they're coming up and down the aisle. I almost fell asleep. Literally, I'm sitting there, I'm like waking myself up. Now, mind you, I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes to do a section, maybe 1.5, 2 feet. I couldn't get myself to think straight, and I'm trying to keep myself, awake. It was just, I haven't felt that in a long time. Good night, Carol. Greg, let's put it this way. I've been on here for 2 hours and 5 minutes. Let's try for 10 minutes exactly. Make it quarter after. Let's see if anybody else comes in. If nobody else comes in, I'm going to go off for the night. I'm going to look up. Do me a favor. Write his name. Write Han's name. PM it to me, so I don't forget the name, because we got it on here, but I don't know if I've got the chat up on this after I go off of it. Yeah, just send me a PM with the guy's name, and I'll look at the. Is this what you wanted to send me before? Is this the link? You say go check your link. Is that what you wanted me to see? Who are you proud of? Yeah, we gotta try to contact some people in the community. Oh, that's an idea. Um, I got some people to join Disney Worlders. They're friends of Stacy's. We went. These are two ladies extra that went with us. A couple weeks ago, and first time I've met them. I want to see maybe if I can get them to come to the streams. As I said, I've got to contact Stacy about it. This is for my brother's primary doctor, is a Disney fan. If I can get her into here, uh, but she's a doctor, so I'm wondering how easy that's going to be for her to come in and talk Disney. Long story on that, I've actually met his primary doctor a couple years before um, she became his primary doctor because she's a friend of my friend Stacy. Stacy is a physical therapist. Now, we didn't know this was like the first time we met each other, and I did not realize that was her as his primary. It never hit me to think, have I seen her before somewhere or anything like that? Just never hit. We seen her again the other day because he was supposed to have a doctor's appointment, but we went in wrong time because we were told 1:30 and somebody else said it was 11:30. And we never got the message. That's because at that point, that's when all the telephones went down. I'm an AFX. Whatever. Nobody's watching now. Greg, you know something? I'm gonna hold that back. I know I said it's gonna wait till quarter after, but I'm gonna go get my. Oh, you asked me about coffee yesterday. I can only drink coffee or water, and right now I have coffee more than and I do drink milk too, because I have it in my cereals. But I don't drink milk separate. I've never done that. I don't like drinking milk separate from anything. That can make me. But with cereal in it, yeah. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going off. I'm not gonna wait another. Well, I'll show somebody here. Let's hold on a second. Somebody's there in the chat. No, well, they're not in the chat, but they're no. That's it's referring to you. What am I talking about? It's referring to you. Well, I'm gonna go off, Greg. So I will be back on tomorrow. I will let people know if it's gonna be 7. I'll put it at 7. If not, if I come on earlier because I might be doing something else during the afternoon, I don't know. I really don't think I will. And I know I've got to get taking a late shower. I'll probably take a shower earlier than 5. I checked my gastric issues. Yeah, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go offline. And as usual, thank you for being here and thank you for that information you gave me. I don't know how you came across that. Um, that's crazy. Just to think about that's crazy. He put good and evil together like that. All right, Greg, if you're ready to take off, I'm ready to take off too. So as I said, I don't see anybody else. I'm gonna get some coffee. Oh, before I go, you know what happened to me yesterday? I told you I was gonna get off. I got off. I figured, let me make some coffee before I go to bed. Read that thing and post it. So you don't want to post this? Okay, I don't know why. I mean, you should take the credit since you found it, but I'll post it. I have no problem posting it. I told you could post it and put, that I allowed it in. It doesn't bother me. It's part of Disney. It's going in. I don't care what anybody thinks. You could put a disclaimer on the top saying, I don't know how much this is true. This is what I found. Just say, hey, you found it, and plus the site has it up. They're the one who has to basically come, the final say. And do we have can we confirm this or anything before they put it up there? But I kind of trust those people. So last night, going off, I was really out there because I was coming up with different things. Was it last night, the night before? Had been Jordan came on last night, didn't he? Okay, I'll put it up. It doesn't bother me. I mean, you're talking about the person who puts up showing fight at the Disney and putting up things about strikes and stuff. So, yeah. So what happened is, I got the coffee, put it down, was looking at, I was on the phone, ready to set Disney Worlders up for today. Well, yeah, for this morning. I think I posted one thing. Next thing I know, I'm waking up. It's like a couple hours later. And I got up, shut the lights off and everything, and I totally forgot. So I woke up this morning. My coffee is still next to me, but it's ice cold. I was like, I forgot all about that. It was ice cold. Of course, just sitting there all night, but nobody drinking it. It's becoming. I mean, it was a full cup too. I took 1 or 2 sips because it was very hot. And what happened is we went to pick my mother up, and we had to be there. We usually get there by 8:00 to bring her to IHOP over on our side of town and everything. Well, I say our side of town. She's a half an hour away in Lutz, and I'm over in Newport Richie. So halfway there, I'm realizing, I forgot to put. I forgot. I totally forgot to set up Disney Worlders, and that's the first time I've ever done it. I've been posting stuff on that site ever since almost like the 3rd, 4th week I had it. So we finally get to, it had to be 9-ish. So basically I missed an hour or 2 hours of putting stuff up. I'm sitting there. Carol's sitting across from me. My brother's sitting. My mother's at the end of the table. Of course, Carol's saying stuff. Why are you on that? I says, I'm on Disney Worlders. I'm setting it up because I forgot to set it up. I hate when people do that to me. Don't do that to me, especially when putting a site up that you like looking at yourself. So I grabbed any picture, anything I could. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't realize I had that I have a lot of extra pictures I don't use. Thank God I got the whole thing up by, a certain time. I got everything up that I wanted to get up. And that picture of Reagan, it was sitting there. I said, throw it up. And I'm sitting there thinking, I hope it doesn't become political. It was a picture of Reagan in front of Spaceship Earth. I love that. I love my 2 biggest things together, the 80s and Disney. Even though I never experienced Disney in the 80s, ever. But I've said it before, and I said it again, the 80s and the Disney didn't look like they belonged together. That's weird. That's me, though. Yeah, I had more than one brain fart. I remember seeing a couple things. I was thinking about them in my mind, and it came out, and I was trying to explain it to him, and it went like, I'm like, circle, ball. I was just really fucked up. Oof. Yeah, go to bed. Yeah, Jordan, everybody kept on saying, go to bed. You said something else, though. I know you said something else. Yeah, well, it looks like I am going a quarter after. It's we're about half a minute away for anybody else to come back on. If somebody comes on the next 20 seconds or so, I'll keep us on a little bit to see just if in case it is Jordan. You see, he likes to see himself fashionably late. Oh, dude, you got to talk to him. You got to actually talk to him on the phone like I do. He's a trip to talk to. And he comes on the live streams. Maybe I should show you to Tanya's live streams when he comes on. My only thing is, don't talk bad. Don't use the F word. You think Gail's tough? Gail's like one compared to her mods, which are almost like Gail, but a lot. Oh, she's got a lot of mods. 34,000 people will make you sure you'll have a lot of mods. That's why we only have a handful. We only just started. And some of these people here are more. Yeah, it's that time to go. Greg, I'm taking off. I'm going to have to take a look at it because I also have to start Disney World. So I haven't started it for tomorrow yet. If I can get at least up until maybe 10, 11 o'clock in the morning done. So I'll have to do some stuff tomorrow to get the rest of it up. Change your diaper. No, I'm not that type of person. I've never had that problem. So, all right, I'm out because it's, as you can see. Well, I don't know if you can see. From my point of view, you can see it's telling me there's only one person and only one like. So I am out of here for the night. I'm going back on it. I got to get my pajamas on, PJ. I'm uncomfortable right now. Get Mr. Dog out here out of the room so I can get some stuff over here done before I let him back in. Boom. Catch you later, alligator. Let's see. End stream. And